Om Shanti. Good morning, all of you. Today, we came with the topic Family, a Maze of Relationships. We are taking a series of family. Last time we had family, the first classroom, and today we have family, the maze of relationships. When we talk about relationships, these are something which we actually hold on to that. Relationships maybe social, maybe personal, maybe official relationships. But relationships are deriving force behind us. They actually give that energy, they give a goal so that we proceed. Relationships gives a feeling of togetherness. Relationships gives a feeling of caring and sharing. Normal human nature is to care people, to share their love with others. And relations gives us that space where we can show our love, where we show our affection, where we can show that care to all. So when we talk about family, we always know that this will be relationships. Usually, it's a very common saying there are different family members, there are different relations all together, and then we call a simple name family. Those who are very close to us, those who are almost so close that sometimes we take them granted, we call them family. So, family, but in terms of relationships, when we talk about a maze, maze is, you understand maze. Maze, Hindi में कहते हैं भूल भुलैया. The cover slide which we use today. Can I see that cover slide again? In that cover slide, in your flyer, you can see there is a maze. It's an infinite maze. And in this infinite maze, we are carrying our relations together. We are going ahead with our relationships. Maze is such a place where you find, you know that other person is just behind me, just beside that wall, but there is a wall between. Maze is such an arrangement that a small distance can be twisted and turned in such a way that it becomes little difficult. It's very enthusiastic. It's very almost we can have fun of it, but sometimes it's difficult to reach the other side, the outlet of that maze. So it's thrilling, it's playful, but still, these twists and turns make these relationships complicated. We know that we all are here in this maze, in the family, but again, we sometimes we feel that we are very much apart, and sometimes we are together again. Thanks for this slide. In this maze of relationship, basically, the winner is who takes the family together. Relationships are such a group of people who help you, who support you, who take care of you, who will actually criticize you also, but they will always take you as the ownership of their family. They will give you that feeling of ownership. And that is what relationships. I remember one story. This story was told by one of very good saint. I heard from him. This story is about hedgehogs. Hedgehogs is an animal which have long quills on its skin. These are poking fine thorn like things. These are quills. So these animals are found in some cold areas, cold forests. So it so happened that there were many hedgehogs in one forest. And onset of winters, it all started temperature going very down, and these hedgehogs started feeling very, very cold. So what they did, they came together. They came together very, very, very close with each other. Say, for example, there were some 500 hedgehogs in the whole forest. So slowly, all the hedgehogs find each other, and they made a cluster together. So when these are some mongoose like of thing, rat like of thing, and they have some quills on it, spines on their skin. So when these hedgehogs came together with each other, close, it so happened they trapped the air there. They were not allowing the air wind to flow between them. And that's how they generate heat among themselves. And that's how they were trying to survive in that winters. Out of them, there was one hedgehog. He was feeling very bad because when he was in that group, when he was actually in that big arrangement of all the hedgehogs, the more they come closer to each other, others' spine used to poke others animal other animal. So each other, they are coming so close, and then they are poking each other. So one of them felt bad, said that I don't want to carry this pain. And then this one hedgehog, he said, I'm going away from this cluster. I will not stay with them. And he left the group. He was walking alone in forest. He was facing bad, very cold, freezing wind, and he was feeling very, very cold. He was feeling like I did a mistake, and he wanted to go back. He was he was having only two choices. Number one, stay in the group, tolerate the pain of poking spine of your neighbors, but still you will survive. You will be able to withstand the winters. But there is a second option. Do not tolerate the poking spines, but be alone, be at your freedom. There is a chance to collapse. So it's a choice. This is called relationships. When we are in a relation, some spines will poke us, some spines will go inside, but there is a chance of safety when we are in relation, when we have our family together. But there is a chance you can leave everybody and you can be at your own freedom. That is in the modern way we call it like being independent. People used to purchase their own house. They are able to earn money. They are able to live their life alone according to their own terms. But at the end of the life, they are very alone. The safety is less than the requirement, and that is the time when we get maybe there is a question on your survival. Relationships are such a place where there is a mutual understanding between me and the other party. In every relation there are two things: one is me and one is some other party. There is give and take between both of us, but maybe in this give and take, I have started my journey after some time. There are three categories of relationships. I'll show you on slide. These three categories, these are not the official categories, these categories we thought about. There are three categories. Number one, those relations which we get by birth, the first family. By birth, this cannot be changed. These are non changeable relations. There are some relations which we possess by choice. These relations are changeable, but these are very emotional relationships because you choose them. They were not in your relationship, they were somebody in the world. They, from somebody, they become your relatives. And that is why this by choice made relationships, you have 100% authority over those relations. And there are social relations, which comes as a term of, moral values, like neighborhood, like social relationship, living in a community, like nationality, like one religion or one type of gender, one type of language. We call it social relations. I'm not going to talk about social relation, but relations which we get by birth and relations which we adopt by choice. These two relations usually become our family. And these two relations really, really mean a lot in our life. By birth, we get like parents, grandparents, siblings, uncle, aunt, all these people we get by birth in our life. But like a spouse, friend, beloved, mentor, um, inspiration, idol, all these relations we take by choice. So we choose them to be our friend or beloved or by a spouse. So there is a difference between these two categories. There is a difference between two categories. I'll take board and I'll make you understand. Okay. So, what's the difference between these two categories? The one is relations by birth, and another is relations which we get through our choices. Look, my life, okay, my life started here. This is me. Any relations will have two components, and every relation will have one component that is me, and that can be any other relation. The other end, anybody will be there. Always remember, we are talking about relationship with people. We are not talking about relations with material. So this whole session is to be taken as for in terms of living beings, people. So when I say me, hmm, so my life starts with my birth. Okay. Why I am saying this is a maze of relationship. Maze is like, this is one place. This is the entrance and this is exit. Actually, you can go like this. But if it is a maze, it will not allow you to go like this. It will make you to go like this, all the things, and then you will go out because it is a maze. So, in the same way, this is me. I take my birth. So, when I take birth, relations are started. My life journey is going on, on, and here. Okay. I get some relations here. By birth, I get some relations. I'm getting these all are, maybe I can change colors. These all are our required relations which we are, and these relations we I'm carrying till the end of my life. I'll carry these relations. So fine, these relations are able to understand my nature since my birth. But in between in my life, some after some time, I become me, the person me here. At this point of time, my graph is very high. I got a growth in my life. I'm not able to make a proper graph, so I have a growth. Maybe not like this, even. Maybe like this. My life has gone like this. Okay. So these people, they know me from here. I choose my life partner when I was here. I choose my friend here. These are these are relations by choice. So I choose my friend here. I choose my inspiration here. I choose my life partner here. Okay. Now, remember, life partner was a choice. And like you choose a life partner, that other person also choose you. They choose you at this place, the time when you were at this success. Although they know that there is a background behind, but they did not bother about that background. They choose you what you are currently there. I'm telling you in a simple terms. If a girl married to a boy, girl is very beautiful, girl is like one of the good beautiful, maybe a beautiful model, but beautiful TV anchor. Okay, one of the she is a anchor in television. Okay, and the boy is one of the government, means one of the big officers in government. Then actually when they get married, girl is not going to bother that what from where you started to be this officer. They choose that officer that time. अगर वो officer नहीं होता तो वो choose नहीं करते थे उसको. In the same way, the other person choose that girl to be at that place. They don't bother how beautiful you become with your background. What happened after in our life, there is a class between by birth relations and choice relations. These choice relations have half background, half of your life. These by birth relations have your total background. But remember, these choice relations came with a choice. They came with what you are presently there. Even after some time, you get your children. Children, unless and until we will not inform our children that from where you started, they are born officers' children. They will not bother about how you become the officer, what your grandfather was, and how you grow, how you have taken that growth, and what a struggle you crossed through. And you reach to this place, and you have a value for this pen a lot. You value for this pen. But they feel like I have 1,000 pens in my house. Why to bother about this pen? So there comes clash between my mentality, their mentality, and the coming generation mentality. If I am able to understand this, these people coming with the whole background, relations which the other person got. Now, these are three relations in our life: one which I got by birth, one which I choose in between my life journey, and one which I give birth. Basically, I have to carry my life, my family with these three types of relations. These people have total background, but if they are not able to update themselves according to the changes in your life, they are still growing in background in the previous time. The relations which you choose, the choice based relations, they do not have background, but they love your present, whatever you are in present, current, and they are ready to share their life with you from here onwards. They choose you with what you are right now. No matter your background was good or bad, from where you came, for what has happened, it doesn't matter. It was you made some mistake, you are coming out of some problems. No, no, it doesn't matter. But they share your life from here and they are ready to share the whole coming life. In the same way, when you give birth to new people, new citizen, later part of your life, they are sharing your life from here. They think like their life is started from zero here. They think like it was all good here. Their calendar starts from this day. Now basically, we, the person who has his own life, it's my responsibility to carry these three types of relations together and to justify my life properly between these three type of relations. I need to share their perspective with the other category of people. I need to share their perspective. This is very important. I cannot say I'm not going to interfere in, say, for example, my children have a clash with my spouse. I cannot say, तुम्हारा झगड़ा है मैं नहीं पढ़ूंगा. No, it's actually you between them. If this relation, my spouse has a clash with my parents, it's me between. They are related with each other because I am there in between. Both are connected with me. I cannot say I will not interfere. No, you do not have to interfere. You have to cooperate. You have to cooperate, both of them. You have to update them. You have to give them background. चॉइस वालों को बैकग्राउंड बताना जरूरी है, बाय बर्थ रिलेशंस को अपडेट करना जरूरी है, और तब ये मेज सॉल्व होता है. Otherwise, we keep roaming around in this maze and we feel relations becomes burden to us and we feel like trapped in our relations. We feel like I'm going nowhere. I'm not able to carry this. I feel like relations are no more supportive to me. Relations have created a trap. I am trapped in that. So that is not relations. Relations are basic shock observers. Relations are some people who will share your life with you, who will carry the whole life with you. Relations gives you the cushion to live. Relations makes you feel together. A human nature is to share. Human nature is to give the generosity of my life to others. If I will not have any relation, I'll not be able to show my own inner qualities to any other person. Say, for example, we people together. Even we people, if you are not there, to whom I will speak? And if I'm not there, there is no program. So we are related with each other. This is mutual. You get benefits, I get happiness, and then we are together. And that is why we catch up together every weekend. This is relationship. In relationship, in relationship, we have to avoid some things. We have to accept few things. We have to share few things. We have to care. But the important thing is do all these things for being together. Why? Because the final pleasure, the final love will come from this togetherness. Relationships is going to beautify your life. Otherwise, human being cannot live like an island. Human being has to come in the group. So it's your choice. Be like that modern minded hedgehog, not to tolerate that poking spine of their neighboring hedgehogs and want my freedom. I'll be alone. I am independent. I can live my life alone. That's good. But at the time of crisis, this group of people, this group of people, they come together. They make such a brilliant, good, strong bond together that even they do not allow that cold wind to cross through. And that is how they generate that warmth of togetherness, warmth of love with each other, warmth of apnapan, belongingness. And then they help each other to survive. It is not helping, it is mutual, it is a type of symbiosis. So think about it. Relationships is for togetherness. Being independent is very easy. Breaking the relationship is even easier, very easy. That could be the last. You know, carrying that relation is bravery. There is some, courage is to carry forward with relation. Breaking the relationship is easy. वो तो कोई भी कर सकता है. रिश्ते तोड़ना तो कभी भी तोड़ सकते हैं. Anytime you can do this. So I will always say, whenever you feel that, I'll remove this word for 1 minute. Just whenever you say that this relation is no more, this relation has become burden for me, check yourself one more time. Are you really feeling that? Have you worked 100% with this relationship? Push the time of push that breaking limit before you break that relation. That can be done anytime. That can be done anytime. But before you break that relation, give some time to patch up with each other. You know, if you patched up, you will feel happiness of victory. Losing the game in relationship and gaining the relation intact is victory. And losing the relation and winning the argument or winning the game or winning the quarrel is actually defeat. रिश्तों में अगर हम झगड़ा झगड़े में हार जाते हैं तो हम रिश्ता जीत जाते हैं, लेकिन अगर हम झगड़े में जीत जाते हैं तो हम रिश्ता हार जाते हैं. So think about it. What I need to win? I need to win the relation, or I need to win the game. Leaving the relation, anyway, it's easy. That can be done anytime. Why right now? We can actually push this limit. We can push till I can do this. If it is becoming very, very, very toxic, if the relation becoming very, 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 you know, ugly, then it is good not to break the relation. Take a good turn and leave it instead of becoming very ugly or very uh, toxic to each other. It's good to make a full stop. So, relationship is the happiness, joy of being together. Relationship is not a burden. And why we know how to work spiritually, not to feel it as burden, that we'll discuss tomorrow. We'll make one meditation now. We'll do one meditation now with a feeling, with appreciating all my relations and actually appreciating their togetherness, how they are connected with us. And you will find all your relations helping you to learn something, all your relations adding to your growth, all your relations are actually God gifts. Although, no matter you choose these relations, no matter these are by birth relation, and sometimes these are social relations, then also, if you feel these relations so important, like a family, then you will find that this relation is God's gift to you. And this is how I am connected with God. God will not come by himself. I'll will come to this after some time. God will not come by himself to give you um, that, you know, to show his love directly on you. God will come in form of a human being. And actually, that has happened already. God will come in form of a human being. God will show his love and care in form of a human being. But I need to understand that I'm connected with these people and thanking God. So then my both the relations will remain good. If I feel because this person loves me a lot, and who is God? I love this person and this person loves me a lot. So we are for each other. Who is God there? You cannot deny the background. Inform yourself again. It's a background with the every life there is a background behind. So remember that background and then come into relationships. Today we will visualize our all nearest heartful relations. They may be by choice, they may be by birth. We will feel thankful to them. We will feel thankful to God for giving me good relations around. Even if a few relations are bitter in current situation, then also what I'm going to do, I'm going to thank them to make me learn that this behavior is a bitter behavior. I should not repeat this behavior. So, in any way, I'm going to thank everyone in my family, that heartful family. Okay, so let's meditate. Okay, now sit straight with your back straight. Breathe deeply. Now, feel relaxed. Feel yourself seated in an empty hall. Keep your eyes focused on the screen. Breathe very normally. Make your body seated comfortably. Visualize you are seated in a hall which is empty. And slowly you find all your family members enter to this hall. Visualize you are seated at one corner and you are a tiny star in the middle of forehead. You are shining on forehead. One by one, all your family members, your close friends, they enter this hall and they are standing in front of you. Now, identify all your family members and categorize their relation with you. Either they should be by birth relatives or they must be in journey relatives. Either they are by birth relatives or they are by choice relatives. Identify all your relatives. Now, keep looking at them as a beautiful star in your forehead and identify one star at their forehead also. Once you're able to differentiate between by birth relatives and by choice relatives, now this is one understanding. By choice relatives have half background, but they are related with your present personality. By birth relatives have your full background. They always come with the whole background. They may not connected with your present personality. They still live in background personality. You have to solve this maze of relationships. Look at all the relatives as a point of light in their forehead. You are a point of light in your forehead. Visualize you are receiving God's energy. You are receiving God's energy on you. From the sky, you are getting a shower of golden light on your forehead. You absorb this light, and now you radiate this God's golden light from your forehead to all your relatives to actually keep them in sync. This is my responsibility to actually carry all the relations together. I don't know how they are interacting with each other, but I know that I am in between them and I am responsible to carry all of them together. Look at each and every point of light on their forehead. Exchange this energy between you and them. Get connected at energy levels. You are receiving God's light on your head in form of golden rays. You are absorbing these rays in you and you are radiating the same to your family members. In return, you can receive some lights from them also. This exchange of energy, this is the actual love. This exchange of energy is called relation. And the whole exchange of energy with each other, this is family. We are together. Come out of this visualization. Keep your eyes on screen. Visualize. You are seated in your room. You are a tiny star on your forehead. Think about your life journey, the past you remember as early as possible, as back as possible, you can remember. Think about that past and think about your life till today. How many supporting actors you got till today? How many relatives you got till today? And you are carrying some of these relations together now. I have to carry these relations further. Beauty is to walk together. Walking alone is not by choice. Take deep breath. Think about God's gift in your life, God's living gifts in your life. Feel that thankfulness. That exchange of energy itself is thankfulness to each other. Come back. Actually, when I am related with somebody, it is not just I am related at physical level with somebody just because they are my parents or they are my siblings or they are my spouse, he or she is my spouse, and that is why I am connected. No, actually, we exchange some energies, and that is why we are connected. Yes, of course, all the souls in the world can, in this world, can change and exchange energies. But we in family, we can exchange energies more effectively than others. It's very effective exchange. We can actually uh, we can actually convey our thoughts to our family members with our without speaking also with the exchange of energies. God created this world as a family. Being in family is being in God's concept. Being independent and alone, it was meant to gain some knowledge. But if you keep gaining some knowledge, where will you execute it? Where will you use this knowledge? Gain some knowledge being alone mentally, and then again coming back in the group by to give this knowledge, to apply this knowledge practically in our life. We'll talk more details on this tomorrow, 11:15 back to this session, the second episode. Thanks for now. Om Shanti.